that we have got some cooler weather that'll be moving across the UK by the time we get to Sunday. So a fairly short-lived heat wave, but today is going to be very hot. Charlie and Naga.
Sarah, thanks very much. So let's go from your forecast to see what that actually looks like. And we're going to Somerset, North Somerset. This is, what a lovely setting that is. This is a marine lake. So looking out to the estuary there across to Wales. I think Andrew Plant is there for us to the left of our shot there. Andrew, it's a spectacular location and a good place for people to stay cool.
Isn't it? Yeah, we're getting closer here this morning in Clevedon. Charlie, it was about 12 degrees when we turned up here at 6 o'clock this morning. It's getting higher and higher, though, nearly 20 here at the moment now. And you can tell it's going to be a glorious day. Blue skies, the sun is out, it's looking great and really clear today. As you said, you can see all the way across to Newport in Wales there. This is the marine lake, essentially a big saltwater swimming pool. It's refreshed by the tides, but it keeps people safe from the waves, which can be a bit treacherous here. And on this west coast, we're thinking probably 28 degrees even later today, but it's the east coast that's going to get the brunt of the heat today. Places like Cambridge and Norwich, 32, 33, even perhaps a bit later today, 34 degrees in London. Water bottles at this school in Weston-super-Mare and extra sun cream encouraged at playtimes. Teachers working out ways to help children keep their cool in school today.
We're always thinking about water. They need to keep hydrated, so we're always offering their water bottles to them. They've got access to them during playtimes, lunchtimes and in the classroom. We advise parents to apply sun cream in the mornings before they arrive at school. We have sun hats here at school, but we also promote that to be brought in from home. And we ask the children to seek out the shade wherever possible if they're feeling too hot.
I can manage.
On the beach, this family, who usually holiday abroad, kept a careful eye on the forecast and decided they'd holiday here instead.
Everyone's saying it's going to be really hot, so yeah, we thought we'd get the beach done today and then do something a bit more indoorsy or swimming so they can keep cooler.
Stay in the water?
Yeah, definitely.
That will make a change, will it? For once, it will be actually too hot to go to the beach
in
the UK.
It makes a change, it's not raining at least.
Too hot, way too hot, yeah. Way too hot. You won't enjoy it. Well, we've got the weekend off, so we'll probably go to a beer garden or something, just enjoy the sun.
Definitely with the children. I smother them in sun cream because we were talking about that, how we've got sunburn over the years and how painful it's been because we didn't have sunscreen in those days.
Yeah, keep them in the shade as well.
Yeah, so we're all sun creamed up today to come,
I've got a little bit of a bald spot, which I have to look after.
Several areas are expected to be well above 30 degrees Celsius today. 34 predicted in London, 33 in Cambridge, even 32 in Norwich. That's higher than Tel Aviv in Israel at 29 and even hotter than Athens at a mere 30 degrees. Yeah. It's not just humans who can get too hot. This animal shelter keeps a careful eye on its dogs too. For Bargy here, that means snacks served in the swimming pool. And for cats like Casper, they even have their own air conditioning unit, meaning even animals in fur coats can keep cool today.
We stop our dog walking at peak times. Our volunteers come and walk our dogs mainly, and possibly we would look at cancelling that altogether because you just need to make it safe, and anyone at home would need to do that kind of very early in the morning or very late in the evening.
As most places see temperatures start to soar, for those lucky enough to be off work, it's barbecues on the beach, sun cream, and maybe even a sandcastle or two as well. Now, you might recognise this lake from BBC News because it's often where we come to film New Year's Day swimmers. People come from all over here to take a dip on the 1st of January. I went myself this year, actually. It was absolutely freezing and I vowed never to do it again. But people keep asking me to get in today, but I don't have to because Warren is in there for us. Warren, thanks for joining us this morning. Now, you're a regular, aren't you? How long have you been doing this for?
Oh, 5 or 6 years.
Tell us why.
Like that. It's a beautiful place. The swim's invigorating. Not only do you feel great once you're swimming, but also it's afterwards. So for the rest of the day, you just feel great.
And there's a big difference, isn't there, between the summer and winter temperature? I went in when it was about 5 degrees, I think. What's it like today?
There certainly is. Today's relatively warm. I think something like 19 degrees. Winter it drops down to maybe 4 degrees. So very different experiences. Some people come here purely for the pleasure of swimming, others for the cold sensation.
It's a great way to keep cool. Warren, enjoy your swim. Thanks very much indeed for talking to us. Thank you. And we've got Matt here too from the council. Matt, part of your job is to keep people safe, isn't it, on days like today? What's some of the advice you're giving people when it gets up to 28, 29 here on the West Coast?
Well, the main thing is trying to look after those people who are most vulnerable to the heat. That's generally older people, people with health conditions, and the young as well. It's very hard for them to regulate, so keeping people in the shade, whether it's indoors or outdoors, keeping windows open if you're indoors, and plenty of fluids, and just check in on people, be a good neighbour if you can.
And just in terms of people in the water, because you're used to having lots of people in the water, but on days like today, you're going to get extra people, aren't you? People who don't normally go in. What's the advice for them?
Yeah, we're really lucky here in North Somerset. We've got some amazing coastline and lots of day trippers and holiday visitors every year. So when you get into the water, if you've not been in a while, just go gentle. Don't just jump in, because it can be a bit of a shock if you're not a hardened swimmer like Warren. So take your time, build yourself up, and do it with other people as well, because if you do get into difficulty, there'll be someone to help you.
Matt, you're very kind for joining us today. Thanks very much indeed. There will be records broken today. Actually, Wednesday was the hottest day of this year. Thursday broke Wednesday's record. Friday today will obviously break Thursday's record as well. It will be the hottest day of 2022, but it won't be the hottest day on record, although people might remember that because it was only 3 years ago. Back in 2019 in Cambridge, the temperature recorded was 38.7 degrees. We're some way off that today, but still 34 degrees, not bad at all.
Andrew, I don't think we're quite finished yet, are we?
How do you mean?
There's been just check the details here on my scrap of paper. There's been an instant poll of BBC Breakfast viewers this morning suggesting that in order that we fully understand how lovely it is down there, that
he's doing it.
Dip in. I know you've been in before, so it just feels like part of the storytelling. That's what I'm saying. Just part of the storytelling.
You mean the deal we didn't make?
At 6 o'clock this morning, when I took my jacket off, I have undone an extra button, but unless you want to see me crying on TV, you don't want me to go in that water.
Well, Andrew, we stay with it. We're staying with it.
It's much colder than it looks.
We've got time. We've been given loads of time, Andrew. Honestly, we've given loads of time for you to do it. We're quite happy to wait. It's not a problem.
I'm overdressed, and I can't strip on camera, and I forgot my swimming trunks, and I'm scared, and I can't jump in the water. But
nearly.
Maybe later.
Yeah, really? What time? Just after 9, maybe?
Just after we're off air.
Andrew. Oh, well, we tried. Take care. It's been brilliant. It's been brilliant.
That was quite an agonising,
for Andrew.
45 seconds for us.
Andrew was literally begging. Literally begging. It is 23 minutes past 8. The